Ladies and gentlemen, it really looks like that we need Tom Cruise for this one. We're gonna get down to Uncle Donnie in a second, but you do not have to subscribe, you do not have to like the video. Check this out. So this is what's going on in Iran and Israel. Holy. So this is in Iran. Wait for it. That was in Israel, this is in Iran. Man, these boys gotta stop the beef, man. And yeah, let's get down to what Uncle Donnie gotta say. Roll it.
Let me see.
So this is what happened, like,
Iran
live.
should have signed the deal I told them to sign. What a shame. What a waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran.
Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran.
No!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Whoa!
He says immediately. I'm not making this up.
Yeah, this is everybody talking about it here, too. Trump says everyone should immediately evacuate.
Damn, bro, that is crazy, bro. I really hope US don't get involved, man. As a Canadian, bro, like, I'm saying US should not get involved, because if US gets involved, bro, you know, Russia, China gonna get involved, then, you know, all the NATO gotta get involved, and then, you know, Canada gotta get involved too. So yeah, man, buckle up, buttercups, because it can go south real quick if US gets involved. So yeah,
maybe he knows about an impending Israeli operation. That's probably what it could be. He knows some crazy shit is about to happen.
Now, someone said I'm overreacting. The United States just said everyone should immediately evacuate Iran.
Amazing footage showing the launch of the ballistic missiles from Iran against Israel. Wait, this is in Dubai? Holy shit, look at them all.
CGI, one guy says.
Did they realistically hit a satellite at that height? I don't know.
It's flat, brother, flat. And I saw one guy saying flat Earth. So people are debating whether the Earth is flat or not. Come on, man. Man, the level of bless that you have to be able to debate if the Earth is flat or not during times like these gotta be next level, bro. Yeah, we all blessed to be able to talk about these topics. Man, listen, man, I pray for normal people in Iran. I pray for normal people in Israel. I'm pro peace, man. An eye for an eye, the world goes blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Because politician at the end of the day, bro, the homie Netanyahu gonna run away, bro. Whoever the homie, the name of the president is in Iran, I don't know. But yeah, like, the politician's gonna run away, bro. Like, both of these suckers gonna run away. It's the people that are gonna lose their loved ones, their lives, their, you know, their currency is gonna devalue, and they have to face the consequences, not these politicians, bro. They already have put hatred in their people's hearts. So they're gonna get, like, people fighting over dumb stuff and shit like that they want to fight, but they're never gonna come on the front lines. They're gonna always order while being in their nuclear bunkers.
I don't even know if they actually exit the atmosphere. And my understanding is that exiting the atmosphere is the main
flat. One guy said flat.
That's the main thing that's really hard for them to do. They do? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe they could. I have no idea.
Holy shit, so they're
Jesus
going towards
Christ.
Israel, I'm assuming. Shit, man, that is not crazy sighting. Check this out. So we're gonna quickly get down to what Uncle Donnie gotta say, aka the homie Trump, aka the homie Mark Carney, bro. Listen, man, the homie Pierre Poilievre was gonna win, but because of the homie Trump, that's why everybody's blaming the homie Trump, right? And yeah, Mark Carney right now, he's getting a lot of praise though. He's getting, like, a lot of people are loving it. So Uncle Donnie showed up in Canada. Roll it.
They have the G7, and the G7 is nothing without U.S. leadership, and so and your personal leadership of the United States, many issues. Geopolitics, economic, technology, and working hand in hand with the United States, Canada and the United States, and the other G7 partners with your leadership. Very much looking forward to the meeting and grateful to have you.
Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate it, and we've
yeah, he laughing though. He laughing, but yeah, what a way to butter up Uncle Donnie. Like, yeah, you know what, Mark, class, absolute class right there. Mark B. you know, bringing up, or I should say, he's like, yeah, like, that's a camaraderie, right? Like, he's like, yeah, man, President of the United States, come on, man, you know, like, it's gonna be good, man. So they're trying to squash the beef. I love that, man. Squash the beef, brothers. Squash the beef, man.
A very good relationship. And
you know what? And real quick, before I forget, I need to shout out the homie Grant. Shout out to the homie Grant for the 5. Really appreciate it. Thank you for that. And also shout out to the homie Paps for becoming a brand new member on the channel. Thank you for the super chat, for the memberships and all that. Thank you guys so much for all the love, man. All right, let's get back to the content here. Boo boo. Roll.
we're going to be talking about trade and many other things. And we have a whole group of
Wait
people,
for it.
some traders and some other people.
I want to get to that too.
Top economy people. But we have a very talented group of people, and you do too, and I know they work together very well. I look forward to that. The G7 used to be the G8. Barack Obama and a person named Trudeau didn't want to have Russia in, and I would say that was a mistake, because I think you wouldn't have a war right now if you had Russia in, and you wouldn't have a war.
Some people in the comments, no, I'm not a history buff, but some people said cap on that, like Russia G8, Trudeau G8. There's some to do with it. If any of you know what is being talked about, because I heard about it, but I don't know about it, right? I saw the comments, people saying that in the comments. So if that is true, put it in the comments, or whatever is true, put it in the comments.
War right now if Trump were president 4 years ago, but Russia in, and I would say that was a mistake, because I think you wouldn't have a war right now if you had Russia in, and you wouldn't have a war right now if Trump were president 4 years ago, but it didn't work out that way. But it used to be the G8, and now it's, I guess, what's that, 8 years ago, it switched over. They threw Russia out,
Yeah.
which I claimed was a very big mistake, even though I wasn't in politics then. I was very loud about it. It was a mistake in that you spend so much time talking about Russia, and he's no longer at the table, so it makes life more complicated. But you wouldn't have had the war.
Right.
And other than that, I think we're going to...
Mark is like, hey, man. Yeah, that is crazy, man. But yeah, no more tariffs, man. Hug it out, man.
accomplish a lot, and I expect to. And I think our primary focus will be trade and trade with Canada, and I'm sure we can work something out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, question.
Mr. President,
Say it.
what is holding up a deal with Canada from your perspective?
It's not so much holding up. I think we have different concepts. I have a tariff concept, and Mark has a different concept, which is something that some people like. But we're going to see if we can get to the bottom of it today. I'm a tariff person. I've always been a tariff. It's simple, it's easy, it's precise, and it just goes very quickly. And I think Mark has a more complex idea, but also very good. So we're going to look at both, and we're going to see what we're going to come out.
Okay, I see. Okay, very complex, but also good, man. Yeah.
With something, hopefully.
Mr. President, he got a question though.
Do you think a deal is achievable within days, within weeks? Is there that kind of runway?
Right.
It's achievable. Both parties have to agree. Yeah, sure.
Mr. President, have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard
that's
from
right,
the
that's right.
Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days.
Come on, man. Like, extend the timeline, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Mr. President. Extend the time. Yeah, let them talk. Yeah, let the brothers talk, man. Let's come together, bro. Let's squash the beef, bruh. Because, yeah, bro, like, I don't want to enlist, because at times like these, I wish I was also, like, 500 pounds. No disrespect to my stud donuts out there. But, yeah, but I even then, I feel like that, yeah, we're still going to get enlisted. Damn it, man. See, when the duty calls, man, you got to enlist and you got to serve for the United States military, brothers. So, yeah, even if you're somebody that, like, does McDonald's 24/7 and you're, like, beefed up to the max, like this brother, I guess they're still gonna ask your ass to serve. You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to serve in somebody's war that you do not know anything about? Yeah, exactly my point. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. So hopefully US is not gonna get involved. Hopefully everything is gonna be good. This year started like, bruh. bruh, ever since like the Rona, the COVID, 2020, between 2020 and now, I feel like that we've seen so many wars, bro. Like, we've seen it all by the looks of it.
On the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal. And it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war. And they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
Yeah.
What would you say, in your opinion, what would it take for the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
I don't want to talk about that.
As you mentioned Putin, do you think that he should have a seat at the G7 today? That it should?
Guys, if US gets involved, you know, this kid that you're saying gonna be future US Marine. Check this. Yeah. 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 Lock it up. I don't want that. I don't want that for the young generation, man. Let them play their Fortnite. Let them learn their ABCDs, right? Let them do their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, 2 plus 2 is 3. Let them learn that instead. I don't want brothers beefing, man. Man, no.
I'm not saying he should at this point, because too much water's gone over the dam, maybe. But it was a big mistake. Obama didn't want him, and the head of your country, the proud head of your country, didn't want him. This was a big mistake. You wouldn't have that war. You know, you have your enemy at the table. Even I don't even consider him. He wasn't really an enemy at that time. There was no concept. If I were president, this war would have never happened. But likewise, if he were a member of what was called the G8 at that time, it was always the G8. You wouldn't have a war right now.
Why not? What sounds better, G8 or G7? G7 actually sounds better, but yeah, the homie wants G8 though. You know, the homie. Yeah, I mean, truth be told though, right? You definitely don't want a war with China. You don't want a war with Russia, right? Like, because I mean, U.S., Russia, China. Yeah. People always say, why is it like always these three? But now, say no more. We got Israel and Iran in it too. So. But yeah, you definitely don't want beef with Russia, because then things can escalate, right? Because then you call upon your friends, and then that's how like a world war scenario like unfolds, right? Because right now it's like Israel and Iran, China and Russia are gonna back Iran, and the US is gonna back Israel, and UK is gonna back Israel. I guess Canada is also, yeah. So basically, NATO countries are gonna back Israel. Even if they don't want to, but they gotta. And if that happens, China, Russia jumps in, US jumps in, it's game over, man. And that's yeah, so then it becomes like a World War scenario. And people have been, and news headlines have been screaming World War III for how long, right? Like, yeah, for decades. But one day it's gonna come true, which is, yeah, the sad reality. One day it's gonna come true. Like, peace, I don't know, man, because yeah, like I hope for peace, of course. I'm pro peace, but it's like we humans, us humans, we love seeing all that crap, right? We love seeing all that crap, so eventually it's gonna happen.
What intelligence support are you providing Israel?
We've always supported Israel. We have for a long period of time.
There we go.
Strongly. Yeah. And Israel's doing very well right now.
Why not have China at the G8? Why not have China here, the biggest economy in the world after the United States?
Well, it's not a bad idea. I don't mind that. If somebody wants to suggest China coming in, I think we suggest. But you want to have people that you can talk to. You know, they don't talk. Putin speaks to me. He doesn't speak to anybody else. He doesn't want to talk because he was very insulted when he got thrown out of the G8. As I would be, as you would be, as anybody would be. He was very insulted. And I mean, he was thrown out by Trudeau, who convinced 1 or 2 people, along with Obama. He was thrown out, and he's not a happy person about it. I can tell you that. He basically doesn't even.
No, like to be honest though, regardless, of course, like you're gonna feel some way about Russia for sure, but yeah, you don't want to get Russia mad though. You know what I'm saying? Like you definitely don't want to get China mad. You don't want to get US mad. Yeah, right. Like it always is good when there is peace. So. Yeah, let's squash the beef with Russia and Ukraine. Let's squash the beef with Israel and Iran, and let's hope for the best, man. But let's find out, man.
I speak to the people. That's what I'm at, and I agree with them.
Go
ahead.
On immigration, why are you ordering ICE to target Democratic inner cities? What's behind that?
I don't know what you're saying.
You did a post last night where you said you want ICE to really target Democratic.
Yeah, I want them to focus on the cities, because the cities are where you really have what's called sanctuary cities, and that's where the people are. I look at New York, I look at Chicago. I mean, you got a really bad governor in Chicago and a bad mayor, but the governor's probably the worst in the country, Pritzker. But I look at how that city has been overrun by criminals, and
Chicago,
New York and LA. Look at LA.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like, I never been to Chicago, but because like I watch videos on YouTube, and a lot of like people that are in Chicago, like I've been watching some Chicago YouTubers over the years, not recently, but over the years. And one thing they always do whenever they talk about Chicago, they pull up their weapons. They play those sound bites. And I'm like conditioned to believe that. And I also heard this, like, if that's wrong, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but there have been there are bulletproof restaurants, bulletproof schools in Chicago. Oh shit, oh shit. That is crazy. That is crazy. I mean, America is a first world country. So the fact that you guys got that, shit, man, that's scary, man. That is wild.
LA, those people weren't from.
I mean, of course, like, if the crime is high, you need bulletproof stuff. Of course, I'm not against that. But I mean to say, as in, shit, the crime is that high that you guys need, like, bulletproof restaurants, bulletproof schools. That's wild. That's the part that's wild.
LA, they weren't from California, most of those people, many of those people. And yeah, that's.
Okay, Mark getting tired. He getting tired.
That's the focus. Biden allowed 21 million people to come into our country. Of that, vast numbers of those people were murderers, killers, people from gangs, people from jails. They emptied their jails out into the U.S. Most of those people are in the cities, all blue cities, all Democrat-run cities, and they think they're going to use them to vote. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, he's like, yo, thank you, homie Trump, thank you. Okay, so that, what you just witnessed was the homie Mark and the homie Trump. Everybody give it away or give it up. Check this roller.
Of refueling tankers, which are being moved to Europe so they can aid in the efforts here in the Middle East. Also, we've earlier confirmed that the USS Nimitz carrier strike group is being moved to the Middle East earlier than expected.
Fun little fact, USA Nimitz, or however you pronounce that, my bad. Actually, you know, back in the 2004 Commander Fravor, they did see a UFO on the coast of California. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, which have been talked about billions of times already on the channel and on multiple other channels too. So
the USS Nimitz is the oldest aircraft carrier in the U.S. fleet, and quite possibly this will be its last deployment or major deployment. Meantime, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel reports, or boasts, I should say, that his fighters enjoy air superiority in the skies over Tehran.
אז זה הדיווחים האמריקאים שיש עכשיו. טראמפ צפוי לחתום ממש בקרוב על צו נשיאותי להצטרפות של ארצות הברית למלחמה. יש גם
For the US to go to war, bruh. Yeah, if you are in America, you are an American, let me know, do you want like US getting involved? 1, if yes, 2, if not. As a Canadian, I would say nah, bro, like. But hey man, I guess it's up to you guys, right? I mean, even if you say yes or no, you know that it's not up to you, right? It's not up to the people, it's always the politicians, right? So if the homie Trump wanna enter, he gonna enter. If he don't wanna enter, he's not gonna enter. Simple as that. So it's up to the politician. And whether it was like Kamala Harris or whoever, it doesn't matter who's the current president. It's just like if the president wants to, he gonna, right? It's not up to the people is what I'm trying to get at.
דיווחים שארצות הברית בעצמה כבר תוקפת בטהרן. ראינו את הציוד שהוא פרסם ממש עכשיו. איראן הייתה צריכה לחתום על העסקה שאמרתי להם איזה חבל ובזבוז של חיי אדם. ושים לב עודד, גם הבית הלבן וגם החשבון של דונלד טראמפ סימנו, מרקרו את המשפט שכולם צריכים להתפנות מטהרן מיד. יש ככל הנראה עכשיו התפתחות מאוד מאוד משמעותית בשעות הקרובות שהאמריקאים, אנחנו רואים אותם כבר מזיזים כוחות לכיוון המזרח התיכון, מזיזים נוסעות מטוסים ומטוסים באופן כללי לכיוון המזרח התיכון, באמת בשביל לתגבר את הכוחות ולהיכנס למלחמה באופן מאוד מאוד רשמי. זה הכל דיווחים מאוד מאוד ראשוניים, אני מקווה לעדכן בשעות הקרובות.
Okay, we're gonna get down to English, man. I don't understand, mate.
Now the facility spans nearly 2,500 acres, and this is a big discovery. Jillian Turner has more from the State Department. Good morning, Jillian.
Pretty explosive, Dana. These satellite images that we have obtained exclusively show the alleged site location and even the layout of the secret, previously unknown nuclear weapons facilities inside Iran. This, of course, raises fresh concerns about the regime's role in these ongoing nuclear talks with the...
Yo, at this point, bruh, like, if they acquire nuke, they're probably gonna nuke Israel, bro. Yeah, so I really hope they don't, though. I'm pro people. I'm against, like, Israel striking, Iran striking, and Israel striking Gaza and all that. Like, nah, bro. Like, come on, man. Stop the wars, bro. Like, gotta be peace, man. Make peace, man. Not make live. Make peace. Make not wars, man. If you guys want to nuke each other, nuke it in a video game, right? Where's Activision at? Yeah, make a Call of Duty game. Let these bozos strike each other in a game, right? Because I can only imagine what the Iranian people going through, what the normal Israeli people are also going through as well. So,
Trump administration. The National Council of Resistance of Iran has collected intelligence from sources on the ground inside Iran that locate this nuclear weapons facility in what is called...
Either two things gonna happen, right? One, if they acquire the nuke, then they're gonna be able to defend themselves, which they have the right to, just like Israel has the right to, if Iran strikes them, right? Either, and that's like the best case scenario. But I'm with, like, hey, nobody should have nukes, but I mean, we're living in an imperfect world, sweetie, so I guess it's no longer a choice. And at the end of the day, like, we can all talk about it, this, that, the other, we surely all got opinions, right? Which is perfectly alright. But regardless of your opinion, regardless of my opinion, bruh, like, if shit's gonna go south, it's gonna go south. It's not up to me, it's not up to you, right? But yeah, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have nukes. So if Iran gets it, either they're gonna be able to defend themselves, where Israel is never gonna come close to them because they got the nuke, right? Yeah, if you got the nuke, then yeah, shit, it's over. You're not gonna beef to that level. Or secondly, and this is and now the probability is very high because Israel has been striking Iran, and you know, both of them have been beefing for a minute. So yeah, if they acquire it, they're probably gonna use it. The probability is high, and hopefully that never happens. Nobody wants that. Even if you're like pro-Iran or pro-Israel, you don't want that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the fallout is gonna be not just bad for these countries, but also for the entire globe. You know, if you got your 401k, you're sitting tightly, right? Your market's gonna drop, then everybody's gonna struggle. Everybody's gonna be affected. Even if you're invested in the markets or not, you're gonna be affected, right? Like, inflation gonna shot up, even though you're living somewhere in the US or somewhere, let's just say in a country, on an island, or whatever country you're living in. Wherever you live in, bro, your life is gonna be impacted by it. In small way, big way, yeah, so it's gonna be bad. I mean, that's kind of like the worst case scenario, which I don't think will happen, but the probability is getting higher by the minute, man. The more wars that we see, the more the clock gets closer to the midnight. If you did not see this video, check out this video on the screen, because apparently there's also a lot of crazy videos going around about the UFOs and them aliens, so check it out and I'll see you right there.